Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you watching my videos. I wanted to talk to you today about something I read that really spooked me, and it's also opened my eyes a little bit to some things that may be going on, some things that maybe you and myself are not completely aware of on how the mechanism works and how they're playing games with the metals markets. But as you may know or may not know, silver and gold took a pullback in the last few days. Silver got beat up a little bit. Excuse me. Turn my little phone off here, my notifications. Silver and gold took a pullback this week, and silver more so than gold. And that's, that's pretty standard for silver. Silver seems to be always beaten back down once it starts getting on a run. And, I was reading a post on X from this guy that, I follow, and he makes a pretty good argument and maybe some idea of where we're headed soon. Now, of course, Tuesday coming up is the election, and so far to this point, I think we've been lucky that nothing major has happened, but as I'm making this video, it's Saturday, so you still got a few days. Hopefully nothing happens. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. But, a common theme I'm seeing amongst people I speak to, pretty much everybody I've spoken to, have this weird feeling that after Tuesday, there's going to be some kind of issues going on. Hopefully none of that plays out, and, we'll have a nice, peaceful, transition and life goes on. But we'll see what happens. Like you guys that are watching this, I'm sure you're like me, I don't trust anything anymore. I really don't. And I'm watching everything closely. And I'm praying for a certain individual to win. I'm sure you know which direction I lean, so, we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. I'm praying for our country. But let's see, I'm going to check. Closing prices on gold closed at $2,736. Silver closed at $32.51. Like I said, silver got beat up more so than gold, although gold did take a hit. It's expected a pullback in gold, I would think. It's not the way financial markets work. It's not so healthy for gold just to go straight up or silver to go straight up. Excuse me. You need these pullbacks for it to consolidate and then go higher. Now, whether or not that's going to happen, I have no idea. But interesting thing, I'm going to post this on the screen, this guy I follow, and I'm going to read it to you real quick. It says, warning, please watch closely next week. If the CME raises margin rates on silver again, then you'll know for certain that a bank rescue operation is underway. In late May, the CME killed the copper rally with 4 hikes in 7 days. The subsequent speculative liquidations into a falling price led to a drop of nearly 25% in 2 months. So, you can read the whole article or the whole post here. And it's interesting that he's saying that basically when the price of silver gets too high, all they have to do is raise margins on the CME, and that's going to beat it right back down. I'm not going to get into specifics and details about how this works. You guys could do your own research about that. But, if this guy's right, we may very well be looking at what's coming up. Now, I think there's other factors in play. I think whoever wins this upcoming election, in my opinion, is going to affect it. I think the majority of the people in the street and the majority of silver and gold stackers I speak to, they think that if he wins, that the prices will drop, and if she wins, they'll probably go up, at least temporarily. I don't think it matters in the long term. I don't think any of it matters. All I know is that we're in debt, almost $36 trillion, and this is rising rapidly, and I don't think anything's going to change it. I don't know if either candidate's going to make any difference with that. So the long term, my belief and why I am stacking, and I'm sure why you guys are stacking, are thinking the same thing. And it's basically a hedge to protect yourself against a dollar that could collapse eventually. But in any case, I'm myself personally, after reading all this stuff and with the risk of what's going to happen next week, myself personally, I've been researching this, and I've talked about it before previously on this channel. I'm looking for a way to, hedge my hedge, so to speak. So I'm looking at buying some put options on silver and gold next week before, and to protect myself in case, the metals sell off. And I'm not saying I'm predicting or buying put options. And if you don't know what put options are, you're basically shorting it. You use it, it's a short position in a sense. I'm not going to go over how options work, but all the big boys use this, I believe, to protect their positions. I plan on going through my inventory, seeing what exactly the value, what I have based on fiat, obviously. And I'm planning on taking some positions from anything drastic happening to protect myself. So, for example, if I want to protect X amount of dollars in fiat money of my metal value, I'm going to buy enough put options out of the money. They're pretty cheap if you buy them out of the money. And if silver and gold were to drop, it will make up for the losses I'm getting in the fiat, in the value. And then what I plan to do personally, if that happens and I profit from these options, basically I'm going to take that profit and go buy more silver and gold with it to make up for it, which would basically you'd be covered. I have a business, I have a lot of inventory, I got a lot of my own personal inventory, so forth. So I'm trying to find a way to protect myself, just like the big boys do it. They all do it. They all protect themselves. And you may ask yourself, well, big shops like APMEX and big online brokers, when silver drops $2 or $3, you would figure that they're losing a lot of money, but they're really not, because they have a way to hedge their bets, so to speak. And that's what they're doing. And there's no reason why smaller, on a smaller scale like me, or even smaller, can do that. I don't think it's that important if you only have a small amount of metals, put away, under $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever. I don't think it's that important. But if you got large positions like some of my customers do, you may want to research this and look into it and see if there's a way to protect yourself. Because to me, at this point, using these put options to do this would be kind of a way to, you could use it to your advantage to accumulate more metal or other things, or whatever you're stacking, whatever you're putting away. So I plan on doing that probably Monday. I'm probably going to take some positions. The same thing goes to I had a conversation with one of my customers that's heavily into crypto, and I'm not really a believer in cryptos. I believe if you don't hold it, you don't own it. But I'm not going to go, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't do it or invest in the stock market or anything like that, because in my opinion, if you have a way to make money from it, fiat money that is, and you take those profits and turn it into metals or anything you need, lead, land, that's a really good idea. Yeah, so that's my position. That's what I plan on doing. You guys should look into that stuff. And like I said, if it comes to cryptos or other investments, if you could find a way to make money from it, which is very difficult for most people, but if you have a way to do it, by all means, go for it. I would never tell you not to do that. I wish I knew enough about it and I had a method to profit from it in fiat so I could turn that into other stuff. That's really something you should look into. And also my idea about hedging, I think if you got a large enough position, you should look into hedging your positions to protect yourself, especially before major events that are, could be happening and are coming up, like we know is coming up on Tuesday. That's a pretty big event. And with that information I showed you, you may want to consider doing that. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial consultant or an advisor or anything like that. You guys do your own research. I always say that. And I believe that, not about the legal aspect about me saying it, but I believe that you should be doing your own research and don't be listening to everything you hear, because there's a lot of fake stuff out there, believe me. Something real cool though. Just want to show you this real quick. No big deal. I thought these were cool. I'll show them to you guys. These are like John F. Kennedy, JFK, 1 ounce silver rounds. They're like painted on the front, if you could see them on the camera. They're kind of cool. I'll probably just end up keeping these. I do like JFK. I really think that, you know, he meant well. And somebody didn't like it. But, you know, really kind of before my time, but still, I've read a lot of history. Everybody knows about it. So I just think these are cool rounds. I have some other stuff. If you can see on this display, I bought this display. I was working on some images for an advertisement I was putting out. But if you guys would also, please like and subscribe, share this video. It's helping me grow the channel. I know I don't make videos every day or every other day. To be honest with you, I've been too busy, you know, just too busy to do it. You know, I got a lot of stuff going on with the shop. Although the shop, I have been busy, but I'll be honest with you, right now I'm not seeing a large influx of bullion coming in. I think people are holding on to it right now. It seems like I'm actually low on inventory right now. And I'm not suggesting that there is some kind of physical shortage going on or anything like that. I'm sure I could go and buy from wholesalers as much as I want. But, you know, it just seems like people are a little bit worried and they're holding on to stuff. And, you know, I still am selling quite a bit. So anyways, guys, until the next video, you know, like I said, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments about anything I talked about, you got any suggestions, you know, more about this hedging stuff, and maybe what that post is about, please leave them in the comments below. And until the next video, see you then, guys. Have a great day.